Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the Valentine 2. This is a British Tier 4 light tank, and the map is Steppes. Now, about the tank, it's not the funnest tank to drive if you like light tanks, because this tank is very slow. However, the armor should be better than other tanks. It's kind of like a small Matilda. What I did in this game, normally if you watch my videos you'll know that I like to play in the middle of the map, because from the middle of the map you can hit tanks in all directions, and on this type of a map I usually go down that middle road so that I can try and sneak up on their artillery. But lately I've been going down this other road here on the side. It's better from the south than to do it from the north. You'll note that there's only 7 people on each team, so I'm playing a little bit differently than a normal game. In this case, what I'm doing is I'm advancing to the next rock, and I'm going to shoot a bunch of tanks, of course. You'll note that I'm shooting at the tank even though it's not visible. And I don't know if I did any damage to it. But I've definitely killed a lot of tanks that were not spotted. Now, normally you want to be as close to the rock as possible for the best protection. You can see that people are shooting at me from all directions. Now, as you can see, I'm aiming for the lower part of the tank because usually it has less armor on the lower part, and I changed to try and hit the wheel because I wanted to see if I could track it. If I track it, he won't be able to reverse to hide. You'll notice I also tried to aim in front of the tank because he's moving.
Critical hit. Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. That one didn't go through.
Now, I did use the auto-aim. At first I was aiming in front of him, but when he stopped, I used the auto-aim. It said target acquired. And I do that just so that it aims quickly. But what I didn't do is I should have turned my tank around while I was shooting at him, and I did not do that. You can see that there's a tank coming in front of me.
Penetration. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Enemy is hit. They're knocked out.
Now this is not really a good position because the side of my tank is vulnerable, and there are a lot of tanks in the region, so it really doesn't matter. It's going to be vulnerable to someone, but usually you want your gun pointing over the corner of the tank so that you get the best angle. You want your gun, instead of pointing like that, you want it pointing over the corner. You can even do it over the rear corner.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
You can see that I fired 3 shots at him, and while I was firing, I was still driving the tank.
Permission to engage. We didn't penetrate their armor.
You can see that I put my gun as close to the corner of the tank as possible so that he sees an angle like that, which gives you the best deflection.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration. Penetration. Penetration.
You see I made a small adjustment. You always want to keep on moving, especially if there's artillery in the game.
We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is destroyed.
All the time I was shooting at him, I kept the corner of my tank pointed towards his tank
Armor tracks is damaged.
so that I could get the proper angle.
Penetration.
Now obviously I'm using the enemy tank here for some cover.
Track hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Gotcha.
So that's the game. I got 5 kills. there were 7 people on the other team. That means obviously I killed 5 out of the 7 enemy team members. It is a nice tank. I do like playing it. At first, I did not like playing it. One of the problems with this tank is that when you go into battle, you're going to be the last one to show up to battle because it's a slow tank. It is a light tank, however, it is not fast at all. It's got decent armor for its tier. The gun's pretty good. If you like tanks like the Matilda, you're going to like the Valentine. And even if you like something like a Churchill, you're going to like the Valentine. And so I do enjoy playing the tank. I believe it's a premium tank, or this is the Valentine too. There might be a Valentine that's not a premium tank. I believe that this is a premium tank. It's pretty cheap. I use it to level up my my crew members, and it works out pretty well. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.